Peace and love to my brothers and sisters in the spirit. Thank you for checking back with your sister. I just want to let many of you know that I'm doing just fine. I thank you for your love and your prayers. Due to the passing of my grandmother, Miss Leslie. She was 91 years old. She would have been 92 this year in October. But she lived a good full life, and I'm grateful for that, At least, she's, in peace now. So I feel good about that, okay? And I was definitely, with her the day before she had passed. So I was letting her know that I love her and, was talking to her and all of that, even of the day that she did pass, which was Tuesday. I was holding her hands, and her hands still felt warm. It was like, I think she had passed like maybe a good 2 hours before we had got there. But I was holding her hands, and they didn't feel stiff. She still felt warm, and but I knew, this was just a shell. And my grandmother that I knew, that character, that wittiness character of hers was no longer there. The spirit had left the building, shall I say. But anyway, I'm doing just fine, taking it one day at a time. But life goes on, and we must be about purpose, okay? Even my, inner man, my, higher self was letting me know, okay, you got work to do, I still been, going through the motions as far as having experiences, and they have really heightened since my grandmother passing. Sorry about that, it's my daughter playing in her room. I might end up changing rooms. But my experiences have really heightened since her passing, and I will speak about that real quick. But that the changes as far as how I've been seeing lately is very interesting. So be careful what you ask for, family, because you just might get it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and change rooms real quick. All right, family. Okay, family. I'm in my new room, and y'all know that I told you a while back on the 27th I had moved. I had moved on the 27th of June, so I'm in my new space. But anyway, real quick, I want to speak on some things. I know for many of you who are new watching me, you're not used to your sister, okay? I pretty much had a spiritual awakening some years back, like many of you, okay? But everybody's background is different. Everybody's experiences are different, okay? So, my video is pretty much what I speak about, my testimony, my experiences. And maybe somebody can relate, okay? That's what I'm here for, is share my experiences. I might not tell you everything, because everything is not for everyone. A lot of things are meant for me, but I will still share, some of my experiences. Maybe some help to somebody, okay? But anyway, real quick, I know I'm going to speak on some things that are going to rub many of you probably the wrong way, because you're not used to hearing these kind of things, and it just may not sit well with you, especially if many of you are Bible, I call them Bible thumpers, Bible readers, and I am too, okay? I grew up in church, I am too. But a lot of my experiences that I've had, a lot of it I can relate in the Word, and a lot of it I can't relate in the Word because it's not in the Word. And we know that the Word has been rewritten, and there are a lot of books that are out here that should be in the Word. They were taken out for many reasons, okay? And, a lot of these churches, shall I say, hold on, family. Sorry, I got distracted. Had to check on my little queen, okay? She asked me a question, but anyway, but like I was saying, I forget what I said, but anyway, a lot of things that has been taken out that if it had been left in the Word, shall I say, it would have helped a lot of people. A lot of people wouldn't feel so shame and due to having gifts and thinking that they are bewitched or cursed, shall I say, just because they have this gift of seeing and this gift of knowing, okay? all they know is when they read the word, it say Christ poured his spirit upon all flesh, how people will have the gift of, having visions and dreaming dreams and all of that. But, it's really more to it. But like I said, a lot of things have been taken out the word, okay? So that's all I'm going to say for anybody who wants to, come against your sister, you just use that. No, I am that I am, okay? And anything else, I don't receive it, okay? I'm just having an experience. So anyway, so many of you do know my background who have been checking your sister out. But I would like to elaborate more how my experiences, I become more sensitive due to these waves coming in. They have really been affecting me big time. I don't know about many of you. So that's what I've been doing, adjusting to these energies that has been hitting me left and right. And to me, it opens up also portals, gateways. It's really affecting the veil big time as well, because for me, it seemed like even though I was having experiences at my last location where I was living here, I'm not up under that so-called grid line that I once was. But it's a portal here where I'm living as well, because I'm not too far from where I was living before. And, I'm really picking up on the energies big time over here where I'm living. I'm going to share something with many of you, because I don't know if many of you are noticing this too, whether it's due to this portal or just due to the energies coming in. But they have really made me more sensitive. I've been more sensitive since the passing of my grandmother. Many of you can call it emotional distress or however you want to look at it. All I know is I have the gift anyway, but it has really been hyping since the passing of my grandmother. Normally, y'all know I have old videos of showing you when I take pictures, not pictures, but when I take videos of over at my grandmother's house or even where I live, you will see orbs on my camera. Many of you, when you turn your camera on, in your room, you cut the light on, your flashlight on your camera, you can see orbs flying around, and that's fine. They're just spirits, and a lot of them could be angels, depending on colors, a lot of them just spirits. Spirits are around us anyway, just due to the veil, the scales over many people's eyes, they don't see it, that's all. But spirits have always been around you, so it's nothing to fear. We are all eternal spiritual beings anyway. We just occupy in the shell. But anyway, normally I would see these orbs anyway with, due to me holding my camera and I'm, recording and my flashlight is on. But now lately, every now and then, since the passing of my grandmother, I've been seeing orbs with my bare eyes. And I tell you, family, it blew me away. It blew me away. I'm going to tell you exactly what the orb looked like when I'm seeing with my bare eyes, okay? I know what it looks like on camera. I'm going to tell you what it looks like when I see it with my bare eyes. For instance, yesterday I was sitting in the front room, okay, in our recliner black chair. And all of a sudden, I had my legs propped up. All of a sudden, I saw an orb rise up like this. Cause I know how they move, okay, because I'm used to seeing them. I saw an orb rise up like this. It was just rising up, like from the floor, in front of me. And I'm doing like this, because it caught my eyes. I'm looking to the left, and I'm looking at it, and it's just rising up. And I'm looking at it, and this is what it looks like. It looks like a small cotton, y'all know, like a cotton ball, but it's very small, round looking. And it looks kind of transparent looking, like you can see through it. At first it looked sort of reminded of like a white feather, but it was real small and it was round. That's the difference. But it did have like a feather look to it. But it was small and transparent looking, and the shape of it looked very oval looking, very circular. And I was looking at it, and I'm doing like this, like maybe it's dust, maybe my mind playing tricks on me, because due to me the passing of my grandmother, and I'm still emotional, whatever. So I'm rubbing my eyes, whatever. I didn't have no makeup on, rubbing my eyes, whatever. And I'm looking, and it just moved up slowly. So what I did, I reached out to it because I wanted to touch it, right? I reached out to it and I did like this, and it had intelligence. It kind of moved back, and it started moving around like this, till it got to this side, and I looked, and I look because I locked my eyes on it. I locked my eyes on it. I want to see where this so-called orb was going to go, and I knew it was an orb. I just knew. I knew it was no dust, because I see what dust looks. Dust is just all over the place. This thing was moving real slow. You could tell the difference. Okay, once you start seeing them, you know orbs when you see them. These spirit orbs. So I'm looking at it. My eyes is locked on it. Right, I'm looking towards the right, and it goes up in the air, and it gets right here. In front of me, right, and I'm looking at it because my eyes is locked on it, and all of a sudden it just fades out, and I'm like, wow, wow, and since I've been living here, since the passing of my grandmother, and since I've been living here, for instance, like we moved here on the 27th of June. My grandmother passed July the 3rd. But since I've been living here, it's like every day, maybe once a day, I've been seeing, an orb around me, and it just come out of nowhere, And, first I was seeing them on the phone because I wanted to see, are there any orbs, around my home, since I've been living here. And I was seeing a lot of them in the bathroom, not a lot compared to my last, address, but, well, I say resident, but here I wasn't seeing a lot of it in the bathroom, maybe one or two, but in my room I was seeing that orb. Sorry, family, my daughter was asking me another question, but anyway. But the point I'm trying to make is this is the first time I actually been seeing like orbs with my bare eyes. Okay, it's one thing to see it on camera, but I'm like, wow, my vision is definitely changing. It's amazing. It's amazing to actually see it with your bare eyes. Okay, this phenomena. It just makes you want to say, wow. That's all I can say. But anyway, that's one way I've been noticing changes in my vision. I've been seeing orbs with my bare eyes lately. Not only that, I've been seeing a lot of apparitions lately. In my room, I don't feel alone at all. I definitely have spirits around me. Positive spirits. The energy in my home is very positive. Nothing negative. I definitely been, calling on my ancestors as well as my spirit guides to comfort me during this time, and they are around me big time. I feel the love, please know, you're never alone, okay? You just always ask for help, for spiritual help, and you will get it. Anyway, but yeah, that's one way I've been seeing. Another way, other than the orbs and apparitions, as far as seeing people, beings, and they basically on the other side of the veil, but they comes through. Okay, they come through because they're nothing but energy, disembodied spirits anyway. But I see them big time around me. Another way I've been seeing lately, when I'm looking, outside, like my door, this part right here, okay? I don't know about many of you, and it really kind of freaked me out. For one thing, I changed my room around. First I had my bed on this side, in my dresser and everything, so I went ahead and switched everything around. But I was laying down on this side first, and my dresser was on this side. But when I was laying down, I think it was like 2 days ago, when I was laying down on this side, I was looking out, in the hallway, the entrance of where my door is, and I was just looking and looking. It was in the evening time, but actually the sun was still out. It was like at sunset, I would say, and I was seeing like energy building up, at the entrance of my door, and family, I kid you not, it looked like, okay, at the entrance of my door, it looked like, and many of you remember the movie, what was it? Star? I know the name, but I can't think of it right now. It's some kind of stargazer show that used to come on, and if many of you remember, the actual stargazer, once they, crank it up, it looks watery looking, kind of transparent, watery looking. That's the way it was looking at the entrance of my door. I kid you not, I was looking at it, but at first I started off like energy was building up, and they started looking watery looking, murky, watery looking, and the energy was it's just hard to explain. But like I said, if many of you ever seen that movie, I guess it's Stargazer, I can't think of the name of it, but if you remember the center of what that object was, okay, that they was using to transport right through the dimensions. It looked all watery looking, kind of transparent, watery looking. That's exactly how it looked outside of my door, And I was just looking, and I think to myself, Lord, don't let nothing come through, because it's definitely like a portal. I said, Lord, don't let nothing come through, nothing crazy about it. The whole time, I made sure I was thinking positive. I was in my heart space. And but it just blew my mind to actually see it. It was pretty much like seeing some sort of a portal, that was trying to open up, at the doorway, at the entrance of my room. But it was just weird looking, family. And not only that, I'm seeing a lot of in my room since I've been living here. I've been seeing a lot of, how can I describe it? I've been seeing a lot of I'm going to say fog-like energy in my room. It looks light. It don't look dark. It looks very light looking. I say like this. It could be during the daytime, but every now and then I would see like this fog like transparent looking energy in my room. I see it like that. So that's the only way I can describe it. I guess you could say plasma looking energy in my room, and it just looked eerie. It looks very eerie. Nothing to fear, but it looks very eerie. You can tell there's definitely a shift going on around here. I mean, we can't blame everything on this wave. There's definitely a shift going on. Okay, a dimensional shift. And with these dimensional shifts, I tell you, if you happen to be at a certain spot to where these energies are shifting, you're going to experience a lot of things. You're going to see a lot of things, and a lot of people, are not going to be able to relate because they're not seeing it. But if you're someone that's already in tune with the spirit realm and your third eye is awakened, you're coming into your gifts and all of that. You're going to see it big time. Like I said it now, and I said it before in my past videos. A lot of us are going to start seeing these beings walking around you. Okay, they're not going to bother you, but they're going to be walking around you. They're really in their dimension, but it's like these dimensions are kind of intertwining, and you're going to start seeing them like just walking around you. You might see one just walk past you, and you're doing like this. But it's mine, it's business, it's not bothering you, but it's just that these dimensions are intertwining big time. My daughter kind of pissed off at me. I didn't mean to. She has a baby alive. She's like 3 baby alives, and one of them had like a little party, and I was moving, I was getting rid of a lot of stuff, and one thing that I got rid of was one of her baby alive parties, and I didn't mean to, but it's going like the wind. But anyway, she'd be all right. But anyway, but like I said, family, for those who are very sensitive, like your sister, you're going to start seeing a lot of things. But like I said, remove fear, be in your heart space. And no matter what you see, even though you might attract it, it's okay. It's not going to harm you, the universe is infinite. You have a universe inside of you. You even have a sun that's inside of you, okay? And, we're all part of this cosmic, universe. We're like sparkles of the stars. We're part of it all. And, based on your vibration, you're going to start attracting a lot of things to you, and a lot of good things. Like I said, you're operating in love and you're in your heart space. So what if it don't look like you? You're blessed, shall I say? You're definitely fortunate to see it. Because a lot of people are not seeing these things. A lot of people are still in that 3D box. Way of thinking and way of seeing, and they know nothing about this stuff. But this is what comes with it. Okay, this is what comes with it. So all is well. All is well. I will be doing another video because there are other topics that I want to speak about as well. As well as I'm going to go and elaborate a little more on some of the things that I was speaking about today. I just didn't want to make this video too long. But I'm also going to show you a video, and this was like about a week before my grandmother had passed. I was over there, and I saw what looked like a portal had opened up in the front room, and you won't believe the shape of it. But I'm going to show it to you, okay? I'm going to do the best I can to show it to you because it's real quick, because I was seeing an orb that was showing up first, and some kind of intelligent light that kept blinking, on the not dresser, but on one of the stands that was in the front room. It just kept blinking. You'll see that for yourself as well. But be on the lookout for that video, okay? I got to do some editing because, that part to where that portal opens up is towards the end. It's real quick. I want you to see the color of it and the shape of it. You'll be amazed, okay? Because we talked about shapes before, remember? But anyway, let me see. I want to end this video saying... there's just so much I want to talk about. I tell you, it's just by me going through this, situation with my grandmother. I have like a brain fog, But let me just say this real quick. I come to this understanding with my higher self letting me know this, and it blows my mind, and maybe it might blow many of your minds, but it's something to think about. In the word, when Christ was being crucified and he was on the cross, when he finally gave up they call it the ghost, he gave up the spirit. He said, "It is finished," okay? And my understanding of that back then was pretty much, all of this is finished. What he set out to do, he finished it and it was completed, okay? And, we all had to go through the motions, okay, as far as, because there's really no time here, but we all had to go through the motion because a lot of things have already been finished as far as, your walk here, it's hard for me to really break it down what I'm trying to say. But the point I'm trying to make is this life that we're in, is already finished. But it's kind of like our life is being rewinded, and we're walking it out as far as being played back out. But a lot of us have already, lived, and it's pretty much we live in the rewind version of our lives. And what I mean by that is, when my grandmother had passed, right, and you know how people that have near-death experiences and all of that, and they say they see their loved ones and all of this, and then they had to come back, but they really don't want to come back, but they see their mother or their father over there and all of this, on the other side. Well, and this has been a known thing, with people who have near-death experiences, they see their loved ones on the other side. But basically, family, they don't just see just people who have passed on, okay, on the other side that has gone on before them. They see you as well. Even though they had transitioned and they had moved on from this life. Like, for instance, my grandmother, when she moved on, she also saw me and saw all her loved ones already on the other side. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I know it's hard to wrap your mind around it, but this is the understanding I've come to understand as far as what my spirit or my higher self is trying to convey to me, because it didn't make sense to me. But when she crossed over, she saw me too, as though I'm already on the other side. That's the point I'm trying to make. A lot of us, we're already on the other side, All of this is pretty much like it's being played out. A lot of people call it the game down here on earth. We're acting it out. We're playing the game. A lot of stuff have already been played out, okay? But there are many fractions of us that are being played out. I'll talk about that too in another video, because, we're so much more than what we are. There are other fractions of me that's being played out. There are mirror images that's being played out as well, even in the present, as well as with you, family. But I don't want to, go there because that's changing the subject. But the point I'm trying to make is that made me feel good knowing that we're always connected. We're always together. It just here due to, we operate in time here in this dimension, this 3D dimension. But on the other side, there is no time. We're already on the other side, shall I say. It's like we're avatars, we're avatars over here. Occupying these, physical, shells, playing a part, shall I say. But when she crossed over, it's pretty much like she was asleep here, but on the other side she had awakened, from a sleep, shall I say. But on the other side, she just as alive, and we all are already on the other side, please know, she was my grandmother in this life, but in past lives, she could have been my sister, she could have been my child, she could have been my husband, because, we are soul tied, we are, we are all, tied, soul families. That's the point I'm trying to make. And due to karma and all of that, a lot of times we're playing things out due to our past karmas as well. But that's why we're here trying to get it right, so we won't have to keep repeating, so we can evolve and move on and spiral up into those higher realms, okay? Because that's a reward, to spiral up out of this, So a lot of people call this the prison, planet, but it is what it is, okay? But I'm through with that. Maybe some of you can wrap your mind around what I was saying. And if you can't, that's okay. Rewind this video and play it back. Maybe it makes sense to you then. But already, we're already, we're planning on going after this life. We're already there already. It just, in this life, we're just playing this part, and we have to walk it out, okay? We have to walk it out, because we all have a chance to get it right, and so we can make better choices and learn from our mistakes, so we can grow more spiritually and evolve more spiritually, okay? That's what it's all about. But just imagine you're already on the other side, enjoying the show, shall I say, and even though, like I said, when my grandmother passed on, she saw me too. She saw her mom, her brothers, and everybody else, all those that were alive on this side. Due to her transition, we are also on the other side as well. So wrap your mind around that. But this is what I received from my higher self, okay? And if you want confirmation, you know what to do.